From the frozen north came warriors who feared nothing. Not death, not pain, not the ocean itself. From the islands of Japan came warriors who had mastered the art of war for over 1,000 years. The Viking and the samurai. Both legendary, both deadly, both undefeated in their own world. But what if they met? Who would walk away? Today, we find out.
The Viking warrior came from Scandinavia, from Norway, Sweden, Denmark. From the year 793 AD, they terrorized all of Europe. Every coastal city lived in fear of one thing: the Viking longship appearing on the horizon. The Viking was built for one purpose: war. From childhood, he trained with axe, sword, and shield. His weapon of choice was the Dane Axe, a massive double-headed axe that could split a shield in half, and armor was no protection. But the Vikings' greatest weapon was not physical, it was psychological. The Berserkers. Elite Viking warriors who worked themselves into a battle rage, so intense they felt no pain, no fear. They screamed, they bit their shields, and they charged into battle like animals. No enemy could stand against a berserker charge. The Vikings raided England, France, Russia, and even reached America 500 years before Columbus.
The samurai warrior came from Japan. For over 1,000 years, the samurai were the elite warriors of Japanese society. But unlike the Viking, the samurai was not just a fighter. He was an artist. He followed a strict code of honor called Bushido, the way of the warrior, death before dishonor. The samurai trained from childhood, not just in fighting, but in meditation, calligraphy, poetry, because a true warrior must master his mind before he masters his sword. His weapon, the katana, was the most perfect sword ever created. Folded over 1,000 times, razor sharp, perfectly balanced. It could cut through bamboo, silk, and even thin armor in a single stroke. The samurai also wore the most sophisticated armor in the ancient world. Lamellar armor, made of hundreds of small interlocking plates, was light enough to move quickly in, but strong enough to stop most blows. The samurai had one advantage over every other warrior on Earth: discipline. Absolute, total, unbreakable discipline.
Now, let us compare them head to head. Weapons versus weapons. Viking Dane Axe. Massive, powerful, devastating at close range. Samurai Katana. Precise, razor sharp, deadly in skilled hands. The axe hits harder. The katana is faster. This one is a draw. Armor versus armor. Viking armor. Chainmail and round shield. Strong, but heavy. Samurai Lamellar armor. Lighter, more flexible, better protection. Point, samurai. Strength versus strength. Vikings were physically massive warriors. Taller, heavier, stronger. Point, Vikings. Skill versus skill. Vikings trained hard, but samurai trained their entire lives. Every movement, every breath, perfected. Point, samurai. Mindset versus mindset. Viking berserker rage versus samurai discipline. Both are terrifying, but in different ways. This one is a draw. Score: Vikings 1, Samurai 2, 2 draws. But there is one final factor that decides everything.
The deciding factor is adaptability. And here is why this matters more than anything. The Viking fought in chaotic, brutal, close combat, They charged in, swinging axes, screaming, overwhelming enemies with pure aggression. This worked perfectly against European armies. But the samurai was trained for exactly this situation. He had fought against charging Japanese warriors his entire life. Discipline against chaos. Precision against aggression. When the Viking charged, the samurai would not panic. He would wait, perfectly still, reading every movement. And at the exact right moment, one precise strike. The katana, moving faster than the eye can follow. The Viking berserker charge meets the samurai's perfect counter. Additionally, the samurai trained against multiple opponents. He was used to fighting 2, 3, even 5 enemies at once. The Viking fought in a group. The samurai fought alone. In a one-on-one battle, the samurai's individual skill, his lifetime of training, gives him the decisive edge.
So, who wins? In a group battle, on open ground, the Vikings would be devastating. Their size, their aggression, their berserker rage would overwhelm many opponents. But in a one-on-one battle, which is what warriors truly are judged by, the samurai wins. Not because he is stronger, not because his sword is better, but because of one word: discipline. The samurai spent his entire life perfecting every single movement. The Viking fought with heart. The samurai fought with both heart and mind. And in the end, the warrior who controls his mind always defeats the warrior who only follows his rage. The winner is the samurai.
The Viking and the samurai, 2 of the greatest warriors in human history. Both fearless, both deadly, both legends. In the end, only one could win, but both deserve our respect. If you enjoyed this battle, smash the like button and subscribe to History of Shadows, because next we have an even bigger question. Alexander the Great versus Julius Caesar. Who was the greater conqueror? Every empire has a story. Every war has a secret. And we are just getting started. If this blew your mind, subscribe right now. Next video will shock you even more.